the very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chico Bikabia Mapuni, Chineke, and son of the winner of Isala, Nina, Hasso, Nana Jama, and Yana Faros, Okonana, all the and then saw no one in and when I raise it because Tahara to the and you were not young. Because you will make a difference with your source and you will not do but you know what? They would like you to believe that someone is the cause. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not. I have come. Look what you do. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you. Son of the winner of Isala, Nina, and Hasso, Nana Jama, and Yana Faros, Okonana, all the and then saw no one in and you went out of his Tahara to the and you went out young. Because you will make a difference with your source and you will not do it. But you know what? They would like you to believe that America is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not. I have come. Look with you. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you.
Breaking news reaching us now, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has been arrested, extradited to Nigeria, and is right now being arraigned at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Kanu is facing charges bordering on treasonable felony instituted against him at the Federal High Court.
It was an unjust war.
Long ago, in the heart of Biafra, a nation was born from the ashes of war. A war that scarred the land and its people, yet it never killed the spirit of freedom.
The war aim of Biafra is purely to prevent ourselves being slaughtered, nothing more.
It was in this land, scarred by conflict, that Nnamdi Kanu was born, a son destined to revive the dream of independence for Biafra.
And if anybody is going to judge our success and failure in this war, it will have to depend on how much we have prevented the enemy from killing us.
Raised with the echoes of his ancestors' struggles, Kanu understood that the wounds of war ran deep in the hearts of his people. The scars from the Biafran War, which ravaged the land and cost countless lives, had never healed. The dream of an independent Biafra, broken but not forgotten, lived on in the hearts of those who survived. It was these voices, these memories, that called him to action. As Nnamdi Kanu grew, so did his voice. He became a preacher of justice, a messenger for those who were unheard. He spoke not just for his generation, but for all those whose lives were shattered by the war. The pain of the past was alive within him, and his words resonated with the cries of the oppressed. But as Kanu's message spread, so did the fear of the establishment. His calls for self-determination grew louder, shaking the very foundations of the government. They feared the revival of a Biafran spirit, one that could awaken the wounds of the past and ignite a new conflict. And so, they moved against him. Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, his body captured, but his spirit unbroken. The authorities believed that imprisoning him would extinguish the fire he had started. But they failed to understand the depths of his cause. The pain of the war, the bloodshed of the past, was not something easily forgotten. It was a flame that could never be fully extinguished. His arrest became a symbol of the struggle that began in the blood-soaked fields of the Biafran War. The demand for freedom was still alive. The fight for justice continued, not just for Nnamdi Kanu, but for all the lives lost, for all the children born into a world of scars. The fight for Biafra is not just his fight. It is the fight of all those who have ever dreamed of a free land. And though the past may haunt the present, the future is still unwritten. As long as the story of Nnamdi Kanu is told, as long as the voices of his people rise, the dream of Biafra lives on. Arrested again, 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 and yet again.
I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra, my right to agitate, my right. They turned it from reasonable felony now to terrorism.
This is Nnamdi Kanu speaking. Biafra land, listen. They thought they could silence me, but they didn't just cage me. They caged your spirit. They made you forget that our land still bleeds, that our people still suffer, that nothing has changed. 5 years in chains. But what about you? Are you not free? Or have they bound your voice with fear? The struggle was never about me, it was about you, your children, your land, your future. So I ask you, where is the fire that once burned in your heart? Where is the voice that once roared for freedom? Wake up! Rise again. Speak. Act. Remember who you are. This is Nnamdi Kanu.
prayer of David from the book of Psalm, chapter 7. And I will pray in English because a lot of people are listening all over the world. I mean, a lot. Millions are listening all over the world. And I want them to follow our proceedings this very evening. Very, very critical, very, very important that we do so. O Lord, my God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, we take refuge in you. Save and deliver us from all that pursue us. Because if you look away from us, they will tear us apart like a lion and rip us to pieces with no one to rescue us. Because the world is against Biafra for no reason. We are hated, we are despised for no discernible reason. Only thee, O Lord God Almighty in heaven, is our Savior, not man. You must come to our rescue. Because you are our Lord and you are our God. If we have done this, if I have done anything, if there is guilt on my hands, if I have repaid anybody, be it friend or an adversary, with evil or without cause, have done wrong to any man or woman, then let the Fulani Janjaweed pursue and overtake me. Let them trample down my life to the ground and make me sleep in the dust. Arise, O Elohim, Adonai El Shaddai, in your anger, rise up against the rage of the Fulani Janjaweed Caliphate and the Zoological Republic. You will rise and you will fight for your children. You will awake, O Heavenly Father, Lord God Almighty, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the owner of the universe, for you must decree justice. Let your children and all men and of goodwill gather around you while you sit on top of your throne in the highest of the heavens, the habitation that only thee can ever occupy. Only you, O Heavenly Father, will judge the people. You will vindicate me, O Lord, you will vindicate IPOB, you will vindicate your children of Biafra, according to our righteousness, according to our integrity. O Most High, bring an end to the violence of the wicked. Bring an end to Fulani Janjaweed violence in our land. Bring an end to their abductions. Bring an end to their kidnappings. Bring an end to their extrajudicial slaughter of the innocent. Bring an end to their forced conversion of Christians into Islam. Bring to an end their mediocrity. Bring to an end their senseless feudal rule. Bring to an end their evil and their deception. Come and secure the righteous, because only you, O God Almighty in heaven, can see in the dark. Only you know the hearts of men. You are our shield. We have nobody. Between 67 and 1970, the whole world ganged up and fought against your children. We did not steal anything from anybody. We did not go after anybody's possession nor inheritance. We were on our own in the land that you gave to our ancestors. They conspired, they connived, they colluded to kill us. Over 5 million people. We are dead at the end of it. You are our shield. We do not trust in any man or in any state. We trust only in thee, because you are God and you always save the upright at heart. Anybody whose heart is clean, oh Heavenly Father, to those you do not abandon to their enemies. That is why you cannot abandon IPOB. That is why Biafra can never be abandoned. Because your words are yea and amen. You are God, you're not human. Facebook may have been bought over by Nigeria, and we pray that Twitter will not succumb to their threats and their violence. You are God and you are an upright and a just judge. But you are also a God that displays his wrath every blessed day. If Fulani Janjaweed do not relent in what they are doing, if the Fulani Caliphate continues to pursue this scorched earth policy of abductions and murder and mayhem, then you, O Lord God in heaven, you will sharpen your sword, you will bend and string your bow, you will prepare your deadly weapons, you will make ready your flaming arrows. Whoever is pregnant with evil conceives trouble and gives birth to disillusionment. That is what is happening in the zoo called Nigeria. Nigeria is pregnant with evil because it conceived trouble and it has now given birth to disillusionment. All the holes that the Fulani Janjaweed are digging for us into that pit, they are falling into one after the other. The trouble that they have caused will always rebound on them. Their violence will come down on their own heads. O Heavenly Father, for we shall give thee thanks always, all the days of our lives, because only thee is righteous. We shall sing songs of praise unto your holy name, O Most High. For as long as there is a child on this earth of Biafran descent and heritage, O Heavenly Father, we shall worship your name and your name alone, now and forevermore, we pray. He said, that was our prayer this evening. We are now going to proceed without further hesitation to bring to you the gospel which I have been mandated by heaven to preach to the children of men.
From the very beginning, when we were amalgamated, to the very beginning we became a nation, we got it all together wrong.
I want you to listen to this man.
When you take the history of Nigeria, from the very beginning, when we were amalgamated, to the very beginning we became a nation, we got it all together wrong.
From the beginning of the amalgamation to the time Nigeria got independent, they got it wrong. This is coming from one northerner.
You bring in people of different culture, different beliefs.
You see?
Different socialization.
You see?
Different milieu.
You see?
Different outlooks.
You see?
Merge them together by force to form a nation. Only the initial builders of Nigeria had a clear vision and a mission, devoid of any sentiment. Soon thereafter, it became clear that it was a wrong union. It was a union that was not properly negotiated. We could have remained a great country if we had isolated our own identities, peculiarities, culture, while contributing to build a nation just like America. But we ended up having people from one generation, one set of leaders to another, everybody coming with a vision and a mission, and destroy the previous ones he met, even if they are good because they are put in place by an imaginary enemy. Secondly, we have a nation where we celebrate criminals. It is only in Nigeria that somebody will clearly steal and loot hugely from the public treasury And then after some times, you see him receiving national honors. You see him being given chieftaincy titles. You see him being called king, prince, or an emir. That is an indicator that we are yet to be there. We also form a nation. Only the initial builders of Nigeria had a clear vision and a mission, devoid of any sentiment. Soon thereafter, it became clear that it was a wrong union. It was a union that was not properly negotiated. We could have remained a great country if we had isolated our own identities, peculiarities, culture, while contributing to build a nation just like America. But we ended up having people from one generation, one set of leaders to another, everybody coming with a vision and a mission, and destroy the previous ones he made, even if they are good because they are put in place by an imaginary enemy. Secondly, we have a nation where we celebrate criminals. It is only in Nigeria that somebody will clearly steal and loot hugely from the public treasury. And then after some times, you see him receiving national honors. You see him being given chieftaincy titles. You see him being called king, prince, or an emir. That is an indicator that we are yet to be there. We also have a complacent followership, a followership that is satisfied with collecting 500 naira to vote, 1,000 naira to vote, a bar of soap, a tin of milk. On that basis, he surrenders his franchise. It means we are not conscious of our civic duties and responsibilities as a nation. Majority of the common people that are complaining now are also contributing to the destruction of the country in collaboration with the colleagues of the elites. While the elites are losing the treasury, they are hailing them. Today, if a northerner were to be caught stealing 10 billion naira and he is taken to court, believe me honestly, you will see northern organizations, northern elites, some of them saying that he is being persecuted because he's a northerner, because he's a Muslim.
We also saw in southern Nigeria.
I want you to understand that you've just listened to this man who said that the problem of Nigeria started from the amalgamation up to the independent. And Nigeria can never be one. Now, I want you to listen to Pastor Enenche. Everybody is busy. Everybody is busy telling you how to defend yourself, telling you law, telling you this, including us who are fighting for Biafra. The question is, those who believe in one Nigeria, why are you preaching self-defense? I do not understand. That is crazy. That is insanity. You believe in one Nigeria, and at the same time, you are preaching your congregation for self-defense. You are now teaching law. Everybody is now a law teacher, a law lecturer. This Pastor Enenche is now teaching law in his church, teaching people which constitution, which law gave them the right for self-defense. Yet, they want to stay in Nigeria, where they will be teaching people how to defend themselves. Oh, Jesus Christ. I do not know the kind of brain in this show, G. Somebody know that a country is not working. Somebody know that the country can never work again. Yet, he is teaching you how to defend yourself. I want you to watch.
I'm asking a very pertinent
question. Not here, sorry. Not here. One moment. I want you to watch.
Number 2, whatever a person does to prevent himself from being killed does not amount to an offense.
Nani, this man has become a law lecturer. He has become a lecturer, teaching his church members law. And so you must die a one Nigerian. A Nigeria that cannot protect you. A Nigeria where everybody must carry arms to defend themselves. Yet, they want to be one Nigeria. You see, I do not understand. Why would somebody want to be in a Nigeria where he is going to be carrying AK-47 to defend himself?
That is the constitution.
Okay.
Anything a person does in order to prevent himself from being killed.
Okay.
Whatever it is not an offense.
All right. So why would you want to be in a country when you can actually go on your own and nobody will come to kill you, and you don't need to come and teach somebody how he can defend him or herself when he's being killed? I don't understand the rationale behind this. These people don't have brain. Why would you waste your time teaching people in your church how to defend themselves when they want to kill them? Why don't you fight for the disintegration of Nigeria to solve the problem?
Section 59 of the Penal Code provides that nothing is an offense.
He is teaching them Section 59 of the Penal Code. He is now, they have now, in the church now is no longer Bible. The Nigeria Penal Code and Constitution has become the Bible in the church. In the church. And he is not learning from us, the Biafra people. We decided to defend ourselves, and the military are killing us every day. We decide to buy arms and ammunition to protect our women and our children and our land. The military are coming to kill us every day. Yet, this man is in the church preaching self-defense. Self-defense that made them to bomb Imo State. Self-defense that made them to bomb Anambra. Self-defense that made the military to lay siege today in entire Biafra land. He is just preaching it in his church. What are you going to use to defend yourself against gun, chain bullet welding Fulani terrorists? What are you going to use to defend yourself? You need another AK-47. You need chain bullet. So Nigeria Army going to allow you to have a self-defense. This is a misplaced priority. Very stupid people.
Of which is done in the lawful exercise of the right of private defense.
Akoko, you are teaching law in your church when the Fulani that is ruling you in Nigeria do not respect the law. In fact, they can't even read it, not to talk of interpreting it. You are reading law to your church members.
Nothing is an offense. Vigilante groups hear the word.
Okay, vigilante group hear the word. They are fighting and killing our own vigilante group. You are in your church preaching for vigilante group to hear the word. Che!
Nothing is an offense. Section 60 of the
Section 60. You are preaching Section 60 of the Penal Code. You are reading it to them. Jesus Christ. Yet, you want to be part of Nigeria. This is the stupidest thing I have ever seen in my life.
Penal Code also provides that the right of private defense extends to A, the defense of his own body and the body of any other person.
Okay, so when the military will come in your local government, like they are now in the entire Biafra land, searching for our Eastern Security Network to kill. When they come, your vigilante will carry Nigeria Constitution. Okay? Your vigilante will carry Nigeria Constitution. Hey, yes, Penal Code, Section 60. He said, I must defend myself. That is why I'm here. The Nigerian military, who are the same Fulani who are coming to kill you, will not tell you, okay, read it, let us see what the Constitution say. And then you tell them, Constitution say, I can defend myself. So this thing I have now is to defend myself. Can you imagine? Stupid. Stupid. Instead of this man to use his time to teach about disintegration of Nigeria, to teach about the dangerous diversity, to tell his congregation the reason why everybody must rise up against Nigeria state. He is there teaching constitution. He is there teaching how you should defend yourself. And he knows that the country can no longer defend you. Yet, he wants you to take the law into your hand and defend yourself. And he wants to be part of Nigeria. I don't know what they are thinking. Honestly. Now watch him.
Against any offense affecting the human body, be the property, whether himself or of any other person. In other words, against any act which is an offense under the definition of theft, robbery, mischief, criminal trespass, attempt to commit any of those offenses. Meaning, nothing is an offense.
Okay.
Where a person is defending himself or defending another from being destroyed or being killed.
Yes.
So what is the useless nonsense?
What is happening in your own state? You are from Benue State, if I'm not mistaken. You have the highest ID. You cannot even, this man cannot even bring money to form security or vigilante group in his state. His state is ravaged with Fulani. The highest IDP camp in Nigeria is Benue State. This man cannot use his money, the church money, to form security, to form vigilante. And he's here preaching how to defend yourself. Very shameful. Very shameful. Now watch.
About those who think they have the claim to take lives at will, and then they go unarrested and they go unharassed. The end of it has come. Somebody shout, enough is enough. What I read said, if the man killed somebody because they came to kill him,
okay,
that the court discharged him acquitted.
Okay.
That devil is a bastard.
Devil is a bastard is because you have not seen them carrying AK-47 in front of your door. That day you will know devil is not that bastard you are talking about. Devil is a bastard. Is it because you are standing in your church? Go to your state and see whether devil is a bastard. Thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people are living in IDP camp. Yet you have this law of self-defense.
Constitution you are quoting, let's go to the Bible. Take your seat. Genesis chapter 9 verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be set. For in the image of God made man, the killer is qualified for killing.
You see, somebody say, at least he is doing more than our Igbo people. Is a lie. Is a lie. He is not doing anything. He is not doing anything. Don't say that. The worst thing you can do in this life is to channel your energy to the wrong direction. So he's not doing anything. He's not doing anything. How can you identify that you can no longer enjoy security and security of life and property in a state, in a country, yet you want to be part of that country? Yet you don't want that country. You know there is a solution. The solution is not for self-defense. How long are you going to defend yourself? Do you have the what it takes to self-defense yourself against the Fulani, gun-wielding Fulani and all that? No. So preaching self-defense is deception. Deception. Did he buy a gun to give anybody to defend themselves? Don't he know how much the gun is cost in Nigeria? Don't he know the price of gun? How many of people in his village can buy gun? Is there self-defense? If they want to kill you, kill them. So they will just come and say, hey, we want to kill you. Oh yeah. And then you will say, oh, you want to kill me? Okay, I will kill you first. Can you imagine? You will be sleeping in the night. They will burn everything. So you need vigilante. You need security outfit. And they need to be on arms. Just the same exact arm like the Fulani are carrying. And this man is here preaching constitution. So if you tell me that he's not trying anything, in fact, he is doing damage, let him keep quiet if he cannot talk about disintegration. Because disintegration is the only solution. And if he thinks that he really wants to stay in Nigeria, he should provide guns, guns and ammunition to people in his village. Let us see that. Let us know that he's serious. Is there calling a vigilante? Who is forming vigilante for him? Are they not human beings? Oh, he's calling vigilante that somebody else formed. And he's there preaching self-defense. Mad people everywhere.
Exodus chapter 22 verse 2. Look at what it says. If a thief be found, so let's generalize it. A thief is the lowest level. Kidnapper, ritual killer, assassin, hired killer, terrorist, be found breaking lifting up and misleading that he died, there shall no blood be shed for him. But that action was not an offense. It came to finish people, and the people he came to finish gathered and finished him. Those people did nothing wrong. Proverbs chapter 26 verse 27.
Jesus Christ.
He that diggeth a pit shall fall inside. Whatever he wants is given. He that rolleth a...
Now, let me actually show you example of what this man is preaching. Let me show you example of what this man is preaching. He says self-defense, right? Now, look at it. Look at it. How will you defend yourself? On highway. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? And if this person stops, they're gonna kill him. Look at. This is a country. Why would you want to be part of a country like this? Look at. Look at. Look at. And let me tell you, before they embark on this particular journey, they have the backing of the military. Military will the one of the general or something will tell them, where go, nobody will come there, no military will come there, no police will come there. And somebody will be in the church. Defend yourself. So let's assume now that this man in this car now was a member of Nnche church, and he have watched Nnche saying, defend yourself, defend yourself. And then he come out here and he want to defend himself. He's dead already. So, but the question I want to ask you is that, which one do you prefer? Yeah? Which one do you prefer? Why would you want to be in a country where you're treated like this, and then you want to be defending yourself, instead of choosing to live and develop yourself and have peace? So who I do not understand. Did you see that? This is really, really sickening. Lawless country.
Somebody say back to sender. Somebody saying you are quoting Old Testament. Let's go to New Testament.
Okay.
Revelation chapter 13 verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed. Whatever he uses to come to kill, with the same equipment he shall be attacked.
Yeah, okay.
Now, see what
so who is going to kill this one? Who is going to kill this one now? Who? Who is going to kill them? Who is going to kill this one? Nobody is going to kill these people. They are being protected. Any day you carry anything against them, the army will come. The police will come. So who is going to kill them?
Penal code says, it says the person is not only meant to defend himself, but any other person around. And you want to watch them waste your wife and children. They went into one house, they pulled out everybody, ripped women's pregnancy open, plucked out the eye of a little boy, and left him alive with not the two eyes plucked out. Somebody say enough is enough.
Okay.
Say enough is enough.
All right.
Did Jesus have anything to say about self-defense? Matthew chapter 26, verse 51.
All right.
He says, and behold, one of them which were with Jesus stretched out his hand,
all right,
and drew his sword.
Okay.
And struck his side of the high priest and smote off his ear.
Okay. The question is, why must you be in a country where you will be preaching self-defense? Why? You have a better choice. You have a better choice where you are not going to have a dangerous diversity. The reason you are preaching self-defense is because you have a dangerous diversity. So why must you stay in a country that have a dangerous diversity and you have turned Bible into law?
Then said Jesus unto him, throw away the sword. You didn't read it well. Then Jesus said, how did you get the sword? Then Jesus said, I am surprised you are with the sword. Don't you believe in prayer?
Okay.
Anything people want is inside this Bible.
Okay. Akuko.
I thought that Jesus should be surprised.
Akuko.
How can you be disciple and you are carrying it? He said, put it back.
Okay.
For this occasion, I am meant to die.
All right.
So don't use it now.
Okay.
I said, put it back because you may need it later.
All right. When you see the reality, you will not even remember that you have any. You will not even remember that Nenche was talking. By the time you are faced with the reality of Nigeria like this, you will understand that Nenche does not exist. When you meet them on the road like this, you will know that Nenche does not exist. Until you are being confronted physically, you will know that Nenche doesn't exist. You see, by the time the Fulani meet you on the road, you will know that Nenche does not exist. When they meet you on the road, that is when you are going to know that Nenche does not exist. I am telling you.
And I am not asking you to use it to attack people.
Okay.
I am not asking you to use it to fight people.
Okay.
But in case they come near you.
All right.
Take your seat. This is the worst one. This is the worst one. Luke chapter 22, verse 35 to 36. And he said unto them, when I sent you without pause and scrip and shoes, lacked ye anything? And they said nothing. And he said, but now, as I am about to go, then they said, but now, he that has a pause, let him take it. And likewise his scrip.
Okay.
And he that has no sword, let him sell.
All right.
Now, let me make something clear. There shall be no war in Nigeria.
Okay.
There shall be. Can somebody say louder? Amen. There shall be no war in Nigeria.
Akuko.
But no demonic vagabond.
Okay.
No demonic vagabond.
Akuko.
Somebody says enough is enough. I am about to leave, and you didn't change that command before he left.
Okay.
After resurrection, he was on earth for 40 days.
All right.
He didn't say to his disciples, I have resurrected now. What
Yes.
I was saying at that time, I was playing.
Bishop Kuka is on the run. Thank you very much. After shouting like this, Bishop Kuka is on the run. He ran for his dear life. all the preaching, all the self-defense, Bishop Kuka, all the shouting. When the reality entered the Bishop Kuka's house, Bishop Kuka entered Ben Johnson. Bishop Kuka collect with a boat, deceiving themselves. Bishop Kuka could not do that thing he was preaching. Peace. He was preaching. Is enough is enough. We cannot continue like this. If you want to. Bishop Kuka ran. He was running like a boy. He disappeared. But he will come back again and preach to you one Nigeria. Bishop Kuka will come back and tell you Nigeria is one. We must continue to live. This the president have not managed the diversity. I am Bishop Kuka. The point here is that the Mr. President have not managed the diversity very well. He did not manage the diversity very well. But today, Bishop Kukah is on the run. This man that is preaching here, telling you self-defense, he goes with AK-47 carrying policemen. Okay? He go with AK-47 carrying policemen. Who know how many policemen, mama policemen goes with him? All of them, they will preach that thing they don't do. They preach you self instead of them to preach the reality. The reality is that Nigeria can never work. The reality is that Nigeria have what I call a dangerous diversity that can never ever work in this life. Now, let us listen to him.
I was saying it because I'm about to be crucified and I won't be around with you. It didn't reverse the decree. The time will be coming where the sword will be more important than the garment. If the penal code, the constitution has said it, and the word of God has said it, who is that devil?
Yeah.
Who is that agent?
You can ask Kukah.
You cannot say what God has said.
Ask Bishop Kukah.
Never go about deliberately looking for who to disturb.
You see the Connie way. Never go about deliberately looking for who to disturb. Who is going about deliberately looking for who to disturb? You say never go about. Then you don't need to go about. They will come. They will come for you. You don't need to go about. What did our leader say about these people? I want you to listen to Nnamdi Kanu. Say, please don't go about looking for trouble. Chai! The Shoji. Mad people everywhere. I want you to listen to Nnamdi Kanu.
That the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a
rather than going on now. Now, let me ask you. I know. Why don't your group put?
For those who will always say, "Oh, why don't you win election? Why don't you bring somebody who is going to win election for you? Why don't you go to national conference? Why don't you do this?" Listen to what Nnamdi Kanu answered.
Push for that in a place like the national conference that is going on now to get that kind of autonomy first, rather than now pushing for independence without whether Nigeria wants it or not.
The fact of the matter is that the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a democratic Biafra within a peaceful setting does not currently exist in that very place you call Nigeria. Mind you, that is the name of a river. Up north, you call them Niger, which is French. If you come down a little bit, it is called Niger, which is English. And the people that live around it are called Nigerians. The only place, or part of the only place in Black Africa where you name a people after a river. I have never seen any civilized country in the world where people are named after a river. It's never happened before. The people own the river, not the other way around. By tacitly accepting the word and the tag Nigeria, what it means is that you never had any history until Frederick Lugard came, which is a fallacy, it's an abomination, and nobody should be saying that. Coming back to what you said, there is no way we can run for office as a political party. We tried it with ABGA and it did not work. These issues were trashed out very well. Is that the people that control the levers of power within Nigeria are not politically sophisticated enough to appreciate the finer points of political discourse. In other words, that disputes resolution can best be conducted within a political setting where people are civilized. And I'm afraid to say that what I see in the zoo they call Nigeria, people are not civilized.
Now, we're out of time, but let me ask you, last week, I believe, the Biafran Zionist movement claimed a responsibility for the attack at the attacks in the Enugu State Government House. Are you familiar with that group, and what was the mission of that attack?
I am familiar with a lot of groups. That name rings a bell. Anybody that can do anything to disrupt the present orthodoxy of governance by a group of very corrupt cabals is welcome. In that regard, I welcome what they did at Enugu, and I hope that people can come out and join us when the time comes to overthrow the very corrupt, inept old men and women in charge of that very place, because Biafra must exist. It's our right to make sure it happens.
All right.
While Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group, while Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group whatsoever, just like I am supporting any group at all, so long as you are fighting against Nigeria. While Nnamdi Kanu is not supporting, is not condemning any group, the people that claim follow him today, they say Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is this. Simon Ekpa is that. After 10 good months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. After 10 months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. Yet, they are now changing tone. Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is the leader of a non-government. Chai! This OG. And they are looking for freedom. You see, the more you blackmail me, the more you are blackmailing yourself. You think you are blackmailing me. You are blackmailing yourself. You don't know that? When the BBC came and do their nonsense disinformation, is it only Simon Ekpa that they showed his picture? Is it only Simon Ekpa? You all were there. All of you were there. You could not even defend yourself. The same Simon Ekpa you are calling all manner of names defended you there. And let me tell you, even when they mentioned Simon Ekpa, the issue they mentioned Simon Ekpa there was not even, I can defend anything I say. All of you, you could not defend yourself, yet, you blackmail me. You think that when you blackmail me, when they want to call name, they call only Ekpa? All of you, your picture were there. Did you see my picture in the write-up? No. My picture was my video was hidden in the video. But all of you, your picture was there. Every day you look for Simon Ekpa, you post. Simon Ekpa is one poda. Simon Ekpa is a perima. Simon Ekpa is this. When the thing begin to happen, you think it doesn't, they will call you. And when the issue started, you could not defend yourself. You couldn't defend yourself. BBC did not say it was Simon Ekpa. BBC put your picture, all of you, as you were blackmailing Simon Ekpa, they did not say it was, they put all of your picture. So this one, they say, we are going to kill this one, we are going to kill that one. All of your picture was there. Your video was there. Yet, you will wake up every day to blackmail Simon Ekpa. And every day, if you don't, of course, some of you can never learn. Hatred and jealousy of Simon Ekpa have beclouded the brain that you don't even have at all. I do not know when they are going to learn. They think when they promote Simon Ekpa by calling Simon Ekpa criminal, BBC will come and say Simon Ekpa. All of you, the more you are calling me a terrorist, the way you are calling me a terrorist is the same thing you are calling yourself. You think when you be a terrorist is oh Jesus Christ. This BBC disinformation should have teach all of you a lesson. You think when you come to social media because you hate me, because you are jealous of me, because you don't like me, you think when you call me criminal, you are going to pay for everything you say. You are going to pay. You carry my name and blackmail. Simon Ekpa is the leader of a non-government. Simon Ekpa is this one. Simon Ekpa is that one. You see the way BBC is dealing with you people? If anything is going to happen anywhere, you are going to also be dragged into it. and you can't even defend yourself. Iti boribos. Iti pataka everywhere.
Very oldest language on the face of this very earth.
Because I can say that from what I have just listened from you, it is just not ordinary.
Very wonderful.
When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that
Welcome. Thank you for joining us today, wherever you are joining from. Please, if you have not yet shared this program, like and share this program wherever you are joining from. Whether you are joining from Biafra land, from Asia, Europe, America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, whichever part of the world you are joining us, I welcome you to this program and I appreciate you for being part of the program. Many of you who have been listening have followed and listened to the message of our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa. Remember, in this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We don't come here to attack individuals or persons. What we do in this platform is to promote the cause of Biafra, to present Biafra as the only remedy to the failed state in Nigeria. That is our program here. And we will continue to make sure that we push this very program forward. So as you join us, like and share the program. That is the least you can do. Just like and share. Don't watch alone. Remember, one of the charge that was given to us by our Prime Minister is to make sure that we engage in radical evangelism. Make sure we carry everybody along. That is the message of Master Nnamdi Kanu. Make sure everybody is carried along. So when you join this program, if you succeed in joining us, invite others. You know that this is our backup channel. Our main channel have been hijacked. We are still fighting to get back our main channel. Often now we have not gotten it back. So we are using this backup channel to reach out to all our audience. So what you can do is to share the program so that others can be able to know where we are broadcasting. I welcome every one of you once again. Remember, today is Monday, a special day. Monday remains a special day in our hearts. With the memory of Monday, we will never forget the memory of Monday sit at home. I do not care how many people are responding. I don't care how many people are still on it. I don't care the response of the people on the ground, but the memory that I have put in place by Monday sit at home to free Nnamdi Kanu, sponsored and pushed by our Prime Minister, we can never forget that memory. Because Monday is special. On Monday, everybody in Nigeria remembers our Supreme Leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Monday is a day that our leaders are remembered. Even if they are sleeping, they will be hearing the voice of our leaders singing in their ears. They will be hearing the voice of our leader. Even if they are sleeping, every Monday they will remember our Prime Minister, every single one of them. No matter where they are, no matter who they are, wherever they are, every Monday they will always remember there was a man called Mazi Simon Ekpa. That is why we must keep the memory of Monday sit at home alive. It is not being enforced. It is not being forced. It is something that the Biafran people within themselves agreed to keep. A day that the whole world know that Biafrans are no longer willing to be part of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. A day that the whole world know that the people who claim to be representative in Biafra land are not representing anybody but themselves. It is a day we show the world that Nnamdi Kanu has been illegally detained by the government of Nigeria. So Monday sit at home have a very significant role to play in our life. And history will never forget Monday sit at home. History will never forget Monday sit at home. More respect, Monday sit at home that we heard from the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu till date, they will never ever forget it. And I bet you, I will continue to keep that memory alive. And I urge you that is there, keep that memory alive. Any way you can do, whatever you know you can do to keep that memory alive, to make people continue to remember this, it is important. Very, very important. Remember, this was a civil disobedience organized by the Biafran people. Monday sit at home is not violence. It's not chaotic. The government of Nigeria try as much as they can to make it violence. They try as much as possible to make it chaotic. They even planned a false flag to blackmail the Monday sit at home. There is nothing they could not do. They use the IPOB in Nigeria. They use the saboteurs. They use the governors. They use the politicians in Nigeria. They use Ohanes and Igbo to attack a legitimate cause to demand the request of the freedom of Biafran people. But I bet you, this is one of the things that shows that Biafrans can unite. No matter the differences we have, Monday sit at home shows that Biafrans can unite. And in Monday sit at home, Biafrans made a very big and large mark. The world could not be able to be silent on it. They tried to be silent, but each time they try to be silent, they can't help it. They wouldn't know even when they start to begin to react. And today is one of those days. A day that they will never ever forget. No matter how they try, if they try to forget Monday sit at home, we will continue to remind them. That is why I will continue to keep the memory of Monday sit at home alive. Whether people are doing it or not, that is not my business. But as we speak, I know there are still large number of Biafrans that are observing the Monday sit at home. There are a large number of Biafrans that are still observing the Monday sit at home in all parts of the states of Biafra land. And we will keep that memory alive. This was one of the things that nobody can take away from us. It has never been violence. It was not enforced. Anytime you hear about violence in Monday sit at home, it has always been orchestrated by Nigerian government. They did everything humanly possible to demonize it, to present it to the world as violent. But meanwhile, civil disobedience is a legitimate right of the people on way to express themselves legitimately. Civil disobedience, it has always been a legitimate way of expression by the people who are aggrieved, more especially when you are dealing with tyrant, when you are dealing with a pharaoh, where you don't have the freedom to express yourself. The only alternative is civil disobedience. And Biafrans has been able to hold the civil disobedience effectively for many years. And we will never throw it away. In one of the videos I saw recently, where one of the activists in Nigeria was saying, give an example with the sit at home. Somebody was making an example with Monday sit at home on their national TV. And they told him the guy is Delefaro to me. Many of you know Delefaro to me. Delefaro to me, on his interview, recent interview about a few days ago, was calling Nigerians to sit at home to demand change. And the person who was interviewing him the journalist was telling him, IPOB has conducted what did they achieve from it, and why are you calling sit at home for Nigeria? And Delefaro to me confessed in that very program. And he said that the Monday sit at home have achieved a whole lot for the Biafran cause. If not, why would the governors be fighting it? Why would Soludo be threatening businesses, destroying market because of Monday sit at home? It is because it is effective. The only reason Seibo was fighting it, continue to fight it tomorrow, is because it is effective. I didn't just say it. An activist, a lawyer, Delefaro to me, many of you know him. In his recent video, I have the video here. Maybe I can put the video up later and play it so that you hear from Delefaro to me what he said about the effect of the Monday sit at home. And he is calling for the same sit at home for Nigerian people to make change. That is the difference between us and them. Those that call themselves activists. That is the difference we have between them. We are not at war with them. We are not fighting them. They have chosen their own path and they think they can make a difference. But we know that there is nothing you will put on this old wine that will make it new. Take an old wine, pour it in a new bottle, it still becomes an old wine. That is why we don't want to go that route. There is nothing you can build on this name called Nigeria that will stand, no matter what. That is the difference between us and these activists. The activists know it is truth, but they can't pursue it. They are still trying their luck. But we have had it up to here. And we have decided that the only solution that is left for any genuine person is to ask for the end of the contraction called Nigeria. Peaceful disintegration. That is what we're asking for. A peaceful disintegration. Everybody go their separate ways. The North, we go to their separate ways. The Southwest on their own, the Middle Belt on their own, and the Southeast on their own. I don't care how many pieces you want to share it, but let there be a separation in that contraption according to value system. A country where you don't have a common value system, how can you survive? How can you grow? How can you have unity? How can you be patriotic in a country that does not have a single value system? It is impossible. You can't find that. You can never, ever, ever find that anywhere. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, continue to air your opinion. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. For me, today is a very special day. Every one of you know how we got to where we are. We got to where we are today through the work that our Prime Minister Mazi Samadapa have done. So Monday is not a day we just overlook. I don't care what is happening on the ground today, whether people are responding or not. The attack and propaganda they are pushing, the fights Soludo is bringing to our people, it doesn't change anything. We will continue to propagate this very gospel. We will continue to keep this memory alive because we were able to achieve a lot through this. That is why I continue to say in all my program, the greatest project that we have today, the greatest and the genuine project that we have in this struggle today is the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the release of our Prime Minister Mazi Samadapa. Their release is going to cement our unity. Their release is going to cement our recognition. their release is going to cement our full actualization of Biafra. Any other thing anybody is telling you is just telling you to be happy. People can tell you anything to make you happy because that is what you want to hear. People can tell you anything to make themselves reasonable or to make themselves acceptable or to make themselves look as if they are doing something. But I got to tell you, I have always said it on my program, focus on the reality on the ground. It doesn't matter what I say here, the reality remains the reality. It doesn't matter what anybody preaches to you out there, the reality remains the reality. Focus on the reality on the ground. Even if you're living abroad, you must have a family in Biafra land or in Nigeria that you can contact and ask him, what is the situation in Biafra land? My fellow brothers and sisters, Nigerian government has intensified the fight against us. As we speak, we have lost Biafran territory into the hand of Nigerian government. Nigerian government is fully in charge of our territory today, conducting different kinds of operation, kidnapping Biafrans, killing innocent people on daily basis. And there are evidence to this. It is not accusation. The conventional media will not show you. The international media will not show you. Even the bloggers in Nigeria will not show you. But we will continue to speak about this issue. The truth and the only truth is that Nigerian government is still occupying our land fully, and they are in control of everything in Biafra land today, taking innocent life, destroying properties, destroying businesses, and it's not getting any better. During previous times when Mazi Samana was here and the Liberation Army were functioning, we saw that to an extent they became afraid. Mazi Samana did a great job to an extent that a policeman in Biafra land was scared of going to the war with a uniform. Every one of you can confess here that even the court we are shutting down. When Mazi Samana gave an order, they were closing up. The shop, court was closing down. The military, we are not able to conduct any operation in Biafra land. For the time Mazi Samana was does, they could not conduct any single operation. And the Liberation Army, we are in charge. To an extent, we have some territory. We have a no-go zone then. But today, there is no go zone in Biafra land. Nigerian government penetrates all the evil. You can imagine, to an extent, that a non-state actor has become bold enough to enter. An idiot, a criminal, has become bold enough to come and enter and challenge the Liberation Army, even joining the terrorists to go and attack them in their camp. That is how bad it became. The reality on the ground today is what we are going to focus on, wherever you are watching this program from. Today is sit at home. And I choose a topic that I choose to discuss today, sit at home. Memory. Sit at home memory. One people, one destiny. The urgent fight for Biafra self-determination and justice. That is what we are discussing today. That is the topic I'm discussing. Sit at home memory. One people, one destiny. The urgent fight for Biafra self-determination and justice. We are going to touch every area that we can be able to touch. But I'm telling you that the situation on ground today, the real situation is what I'm telling you, that Nigerian government have intensified the attack on the Biafran people. And today, they are not even scared. They enter to all you can cranny. They are busy planning their 2027 election, not scared of anything. Nobody is confronting them and nobody is challenging them. They are in charge. But I tell you, we must not give up. One of the things we must fight today is the plan to destroy the image of Nnamdi Kanu, the image of Mazi Simon Ekpa. This is one thing that everybody must rise up against. Today, being a day we remember Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu's day, we must not allow his name to be trampled underfoot. Today, Nigerian government have intensified the attack. The plan they have been trying to carry out from the time Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, that plan that Mazi Simon Ekpa stopped from 2021, Mazi Simon Ekpa gave them hell and they were not able to carry out this plan. Because the plan from the initial time was to remove Nnamdi Kanu for preacher, make Biafrans hate him, and then turn IPOB to Nigerian political pressure group. That was the plan. That was the original plan. Remove Nnamdi Kanu, destroy IPOB, turn it to Nigerian political pressure group. That is what they planned. But because of the presence of Mazi Simon Ekpa could not allow them to do that. Immediately, Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. The Department of Saboteur, they started this mission. The DOS started this mission. They planned to remove Nnamdi Kanu. They made many moves. Remove Nnamdi Kanu name in Radio Biafra. Remove Nnamdi Kanu name in registration. They were trying to reshape and the only person that stopped them was Mazi Simon Ekpa. Each move they made, Mazi Simon Ekpa will come and tell the Biafrans. He will announce it. And Biafrans will join their voice and shout and shout. And when they see that we have found out what they're doing, they will stop. Sometimes they will deny they didn't do it. But when you go back and check, you see they have done it. There was many occasions they tried to remove Nnamdi Kanu's name. But when Mazi Simon Ekpa blow the whistle, they go and put it back. But today, just because they have seen that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not in the picture anymore, they fought Mazi Simon Ekpa for so many years. They could not until they went with their international connections. And then Finland was bought over and they took Mazi Simon Ekpa away from us. And from that moment, after the sentencing of Mazi Simon Ekpa, they pick up the courage to sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because they knew that nobody could do anything. The man they feared so much, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the man they trembled, the man that the whole Senate stood still for weeks discussing about him. The man that gave the Nigerian military sleepless nights. The man that the whole world was talking about. When they saw that he's out of the picture, they now had the courage to sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to life. But the battle is not going to end there. So after the sentencing, now what did they do? They have now activated their original plan. And that original plan today is to change IPOB to a political pressure group. Mazi Simon Ekpa exposed this when he was with us. But some of us have forgotten. We have forgotten. But today, that thing that Mazi Simon Ekpa exposed is happening today before you. Today, Nigerian government have employed Biafrans, using Biafra. Members of IPOB, they are the one today in the front line of this campaign. Nigerian government today sponsor people who came first of all to pretend to be sympathizers. Somebody like Lolo Neka. Lolo Neka today is championing the transformation of IPOB to a political pressure group. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it clearly. In the video that I played here, where Mazi Simon was doing a program, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was asked about that. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, we cannot be a political party in Nigeria because the Nigerian system does not permit your voice to be heard as a political party. Our eternal leader, Dim Odumegojugo, tried it and they rubbished him and disgraced him. Some of you don't know. Our eternal leader went into politics. He formed ABGA. Is it not ABGA that is fighting Biafra today? ABGA is in front line today fighting Biafra in Anambra State. The same ABGA produced P2OB that our eternal leader single-handedly brought out to make sure that the Biafrans are defended. What is he doing today? He has become the greatest one Nigerian that you know. He has become the greatest tool in the hand of the caliphate, in the hand of the British, to distract the attention of the people, including distracting the attention of the international communities to intervene. You can imagine somebody who is coming out to take 4 years just to have that name that you are put there for, something that people could not do in 8 years. After 8 years, they couldn't do it, including well experienced people, including those who disease in their hand. They couldn't change it. And you think you can change Nigeria in 4 years? What a deceit. What a deceit. And you are changing it. It is now that the international community, United States of America to be precise, have designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern, and they are making moves to make sure that things change. That is when you are coming out to show your drama. That is when you are coming out to tell us what you can do and what you cannot do. That is when you're coming out to bring your deceit. We will not be deceived. We, the Biafran people, can never, ever be deceived by any idiot. It doesn't matter the title you get. It doesn't matter what you call yourself. We will stand our ground and we continue to demand for our freedom. Today, Nigerian government have pumped out money. And those who the money we are giving, we know them. We know the people. I am not here. I don't speak and do a guesswork. There are some informations I might have, but I will not call you out until when I see it, when you bring yourself and call yourself out. I speak with evidence. I don't just say something because I hate somebody or because I don't agree with you. No. The people today that are being paid that we can see, they are very, very in the open. Somebody like Lolo Neka Chimezie, she is a paid agent, very, very clear. It is not hidden. And I'm going to give you a reason. The reasons being that this woman, the only project she has, even after visiting Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told her that a certain group of people have betrayed, yet she is supporting those people. She prefers to deal with those people than the people that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu chose. Even when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu sent a message and said Biafrans should unite and do things as one, she continued to create division. She continued to support people that are haters of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. She continued to promote people who are seeking for the downfall of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Today, go and check the DOS platform. All the platform of the DOS, go and check them. The only program they do today is against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They are destroying his image, his private life. They are talking down on him in all their platform. And yet, this woman is promoting them as the face of IPOB. But it's just when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that IPOB is indestructible, you need to have a clean heart to see that IPOB is indestructible. It is not just you say it because he said it. You need to have a clean heart. Forget about your envy, jealousy, greed, differences, or argument. Have a clean heart. You will understand why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu always say that IPOB is indestructible. And I believe it. With all the propaganda they are pushing, with all the lie they are lying. You can imagine Nigerian government today allowing Lolo Neka to stay in a national TV and be broadcasting IPOB, a proscribed group. A group that have been proscribed by Nigerian government, yet you will sit comfortably in a national TV. You are promoting them. You are telling them to take over. You are directing them and tell what to do. What is the difference? And nobody is saying anything. An Igbo woman promoting a proscribed Igbo group in Nigeria, and nobody is talking to her. You don't ask questions. You and I know the way they treat the case of Igbo. You and I know that an Igbo person can never have a say in Nigeria, let alone having freedom of expression. It doesn't happen. If you can remember, just a mere interview to Imapo Afo, just an interview that Channel Television granted to Imapo Afo, interview, Channel Television was sanctioned. Shegu himself was suspended for speaking to Imapo Afo. But today, somebody on a national TV, VOP to be precise, comes in VOP 2 times, 1 time, 2 times, every week to promote the proscribed group, IPOB Nigeria. And one of them came there in the same platform, and he was talking about turning IPOB to a political party. That when you turn IPOB to a political party, they can be able to be in the house, contest, do this. And I say, these are a bunch of idiots, deceivers from pit of hell. And I asked them, the people that are representing you in Nigeria, how many projects have they been able to push forward and the vote goes through? You want IPOB to form a political party, and you forgot that everything in that very Senate is done by election. It's done by vote. It's done by vote. How do you intend to win a vote that will change things in that very Senate? How? Tell me. Even the people today that are in that one Nigeria, how many times have the people from the southeast passed a bill and they crossed without being brought down? How many times? And yet, somebody will come to tell you to join, make IPOB a political party. Something that our eternal leader did. Our eternal leader is the most popular politician in Nigeria, the most popular personality in Nigeria. Our eternal leader, Dim Odibogojuku, the most popular personality in Nigeria. When he came back, entered into politician, created ABGA. ABGA could not even win. He couldn't win his own local government. And they will tell you to go and join a political party. We can never be deceived. We can never be distracted. No matter how difficult it is, we will continue to stand our ground. We will continue to speak in your own little way. Continue. Don't be silent. Don't be silent. Even as we speak, the sit at home, whether people are doing it or not, continue to keep the memory alive. Don't force anybody. Don't force anybody. Those who are genuine from their heart, who knows what they want, they are still observing the sit at home. We know it's not easy. We understand the pressure that is coming from right, left, and center. We understand the pressure. Nigerian government is doing everything humanly possible to destroy the Biafran quest for Biafra. Different kinds of propaganda. You go to platform today, they have bought a lot of Igbo influencers. Igbo influencers, they have bought them, led by Lolo Neka. IPOB have completely unveiled themselves, the DOS as IPOB Nigeria. Those who doesn't want to be part of them have already walked out. And so many of them today are apologizing to Master Simon Ekpa for what they did in the past. This idiot deceived many Biafrans against Master Simon Ekpa. You can imagine where we would have been by now. You can imagine where we would have been by now. But some of them were deceived and they joined these criminals to demonize Master Simon Ekpa. Call him different kinds of names. They called him different kinds of names. They stood against him. They lied against him. They did so many evil things against Master Simon Ekpa. And he never gave up. He never gave up. He stood his ground and continued to fight until the last minute. Even when he knew that arrest is imminent, he didn't run away. He was not scared. Even as we speak, Master Simon Ekpa is still standing strong. By the 5th of August, he will be in court. And that is why I tell every Biafran, the only project that we have, only genuine project we have today, is the release of Mazi Simon Ekpa and Joko, and the release of Mazi Simon Ekpa. That is why you must support it. If you care about your life, you care about Biafra freedom, you must support the release of Mazi Simon Ekpa. When I say support, we are talking about representing him adequately in the coming case on August 5th. Every one of us, we must make sure that Mazi Simon Ekpa is adequately represented in the coming appeal court. How do you do that? Whichever group where you are, I don't care who is your leader or who you are following. Go and ask them, what are they doing to see that Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko has a proper representation in the coming appeal? Every one of us know how the case went. It is no longer a story. During the previous case, there was no evidence provided against Nigeria, not even one. Even when we have thousands of evidence, Mazi Simon Ekpa himself has many evidence, but none of those evidence, even one, was presented to the court. The prosecutor could not admit even one. Don't you ask yourself, why was it so? Why was it so? It was because there was no international monitoring. It was because there was no international intervention. It was because there was no international pressure. And it was just about Finland and Nigeria sitting down to plan whatever they want, how they want it, and they get away with it. Of course, Mazi Simon Ekpa is a teacher, he can't do everything. But it's the shameful thing that those of us who claim to be his follower could not do anything. We could not mount any pressure to see that Mazi Simon Ekpa is properly represented. Now, another opportunity has presented itself. Another opportunity has presented, and Mazi Simon needs an international lawyer. International lawyer, not necessarily sitting in the court to argue his case. What is going for is appeal. An appeal is based on legitimate concerns, not necessarily making an argument in the court. We need somebody who can make sure that the rights of Mazi Simon Ekpa is properly represented. And that is why I appreciate the people that made it possible that an international lawyer is getting from the US to stand for Mazi Simon Ekpa. Today, every one of us saw the flyers. Everyone who saw most of us attended the Zoom discussion with the lawyer, and he said exactly what he's going to do. The group that put that together, I appreciate them. I thank them. It's a good effort, and they did it in open that everybody can see. People asked the lawyer questions. So many of us asked questions directly to the lawyer, and he said exactly what he was going to do: represent Mazi Simon Ekpa on international ground. Already, he has written to the foreign affairs minister of Finland. His table now, his letter is with the foreign affairs minister of Finland. He is consulting with the United Nations, consulting with the EU, and also presenting the case of Mazi Simon in the US about his human rights representation. Human rights is one of the number one thing you must look into in any case. In the lower court, the right of Mazi Simon Ekpa was abused. Mazi Simon Ekpa did not have his right. That was why he could not present any evidence against the Nigerian government. No evidence was admitted because his right was denied completely, because nobody was there to speak for him. Nobody was there to stand for him. You know that somebody who is in detention has a limitation. There are certain things you can do. It is we that are outside that are supposed to rally around to get a representative, an official representative of Mazi Simon Ekpa. But that was not done. Another opportunity has come. Now, ask your own group where you belong. What are they doing? If they tell you they are doing anything on the ground wrong, go and join the people that are doing something you can see. I am not advocating for you to join any group. I'm advocating for you to go and join the very legal process. Support that legal process. It will cost money. That lawyer needs sponsorship. Go and support it. The link is there on the flyer. Go there and make your donation, no matter how small. If you don't have money, continue to pray. Continue to pray. Add your own advice on what to do. Ask your own question. The contact of the lawyer is there. You can reach out, you can write, you can reach out, you can contact him and ask your questions. If there's anything your own group is doing, bring it, let us see. My own very self, once I see it, I will announce it. I don't care the group. When I see what you are doing, genuinely to free my sister, whatever, I will announce it in my platform. Nobody will direct me on what to say and what not to say. At least in this platform, I am in charge. So if you know what your own group are doing, go and bring it, send it to me. I will speak about it. But if they are doing nothing, please support the people that are doing something that we can see. Support the people that are doing something we can see to make sure that Mazi Simon Ekpa is released. That is the only project the Biafran people have today. Any other thing that anybody is telling you is just to make you happy. It is just for entertainment. It's just like playing around. The restoration of Biafra is on standstill. That is the truth, the bitter truth that everybody must hear. The actualization of Biafra is on standstill. It is a truth, a bitter truth that must be said. And before you begin to cry and tear your pants, look at the reality on the ground. Where do you see the reality? In Biafra land. Before anybody can recognize you, you must be in control and in charge of your territory. To an extent, I have played a video here where Mazi Simon Ekpa himself explained that. Mazi Simon Ekpa explained that before any country will come to your aid, let alone recognizing you, you must be in charge of some certain region of your territory. That is one of the criteria you must have to be recognized. Look at the people that Israel recognized a few days ago. Somaliland. Somaliland are in charge of their territory. Even though they are being wrong for Somalia, they are in charge of their territory. They conduct elections, they do everything. They are in charge of territory. Even Ambazonia stands a chance of asking for recognition than us, because Ambazonia is in charge of their territory. There are some territory of Ambazonia that the Cameroon government can never ever cross it. They would never dare. There are some section of their land that Cameroon government can never come. But what of our own? We are not in charge of any section of our land, not even an inch. The places that we are having, they have taken it back. So this is a fact that you must put in your brain. No matter what anybody tells you to be happy. I know we want to be, as you want to be free. Me, I want to be free. I want to hear that good news too. I want to hear it, but I will not come and deceive myself simply because I want to make myself happy when the reality is different. Some of us, when this news of, oh, Biafra has come, oh, we are now in Biafra land, oh, everything is okay, oh, nobody's going to do anything, oh, we are now in our land. That news is very interesting. We all want to hear that news, but we want to hear it in reality. Whenever you hear it, you look on the ground and see what is obtainable. Even if you're living abroad, call your family in Nigeria, ask them the situation. Listen to the news and information that is coming in Biafra land. You will understand that the reality is different. Why don't you focus on the reality of the day? And in this struggle today, the reality is that the leaders of the struggle are in detention. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been given a life sentence and he's fighting for his appeal. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Samoneba, has been given 6 years and is fighting for his appeal. It's more than 2 years now. He's almost going to 3 years. Mazi Samoneba is in detention, almost serving his appeal, but we are expecting his appeal to come on the 8th. That is why every one of us must channel our energy to the release of Mazi Samoneba, because once Mazi Samoneba is released, it is going to affect the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Remember, it was after we were able to convict Mazi Samoneba that they picked the courage to convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I bet you, if we succeed in pulling Mazi Samoneba out through the international law, through our effort, through our commitment and devotion, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will definitely join us in a very short time. Before you know it, these are people that are tested and trusted, and our freedom lies on them. And I want you to know that our unity, the unity of the Biafran people. Here I preach about unity of purpose. Many times we talk about unity of purpose. Many of us on different platforms, we talk about unity. Our unity can only be guaranteed with the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Samoneba. The release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Kanu, we guarantee our unity and our recognition also. There is nothing that will give us more recognition than the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Samoneba. Their case is already an international case. The world is watching. People are observing. Their release will give us recognition. And their release will mount a pressure that will make us to return home. Take it to the bank. Over here, we talk about reality, not guesswork. That is why you must support the release of our Prime Minister Mazi Samoneba. As we speak, even people who are not Biafrans are fighting. I have played a video here where Dr. Mazanga have explained the plan he's making with his own group. On his own, nobody employed Dr. Mazanga. Dr. Mazanga, nobody employed him, nobody contacted him. On his own, he knows about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has interviewed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in his platform. He knows Mazi Samoneba. He has interviewed him in their platform. And when they have issue, he's a human rights activist, African human rights activist. And wherever there is a problem, he goes there. So Dr. Mazanga has said that he is planning with his own group to storm Finland on the 5th of August to make sure that Mazi Samoneba is properly represented. That he will ask Finland, he wants to know, where did Finland get the evidence they used to convict Mazi Samoneba? Is it from a terrorist government Is it from a country of particular concern? Is that where you get an information that you will use to prosecute a citizen, an innocent person? Is it from the recruited Boko Haram members? A country that recruit Boko Haram in their forces, are they the people that gave you the information that you use to prosecute an innocent man who has served in your military, who is a politician in your country, who is a lawyer? You connived for economic interest and you jailed him. Dr. Mazanga said he is going there to confront them on those questions. And he has been doing so a lot. He has written so many petitions already. And he's going to write more. So many people are already doing something to make sure that Mazi Simon Ekpa is properly represented. I will ask you again, you that is watching me, that group you are supporting, that place you are, go and ask their leader, what are they doing to see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko is properly represented? As for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has a team of lawyers, both international and local. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has massive support from lawyers. Many sons are here, home and abroad. We want Mazi Simon to have the same. We want the case of Mazi Simon to be the same way. Many people are volunteering, but I want you to go and ask your own group. As I told you, you are entitled to belong to anywhere you want to belong. Freedom of association is one thing that Biafra signed up for. I have the freedom to associate with anybody. I still have the freedom to be on my own, as I am today. As I am today, independently on my own, I don't take instruction with anybody. I just say what is obtainable, the truth, and the reality on the ground. That's what I do. So go and ask your group where you belong, those people you are following. Tell them, what are you doing to see that Mazi Simon Ekpa is adequately represented on the 5th of August? Ask them that question. If they don't give you a satisfying answer, please go and support those who are openly doing something that we can see. Go and support them. I'm not advocating for anybody to join any group. I am advocating for legal representation of Mazi Simon Ekpa. The legal fees, more especially. The legal fees. Go and support the legal fees. When you reach that, when you see the flyer, you will see where it was written legal for Mazi Simon Ekpa. Legal fees for Mazi Simon Ekpa. Go and put your widow's mite there. That is the right thing to do. It will be a shameful thing. A man that more than 60 million people voted to become a prime minister. A man that more than 60 million Biafrans voted to be a prime minister today cannot be properly represented in a court simply because of a peanut. It's a shame, a very big shame. The first one took us by surprise. This one is not by surprise. The very first one that happened, it took us by surprise. We were believing something that was not real. But this time around, we are living in reality. It is only what we see with our eyes that we believe. Seeing is believing. That is where we are today. Call us Thomas, no problem. We want to apply the Thomas method. The Thomas application is what we are doing today. We want to see everything so that even if we have done our own part and it didn't work, we know, yes, we did it. Let us do what we have to do and let the remaining be for Chukwuka. My fellow Biafrans, today is a very special day. And no matter what happens, don't you ever forget why we are here. Don't you ever forget why we are doing what we are doing. Don't you ever forget that it is our right to make our choice, what we want, how we want it, and when we want it. So my fellow Biafrans that are watching, wherever you're watching from, my brothers and sisters, wherever you are watching this program across the world, I appreciate you. If you have not yet liked this program, like and share. Like and share the program so that others can get these informations. Our platform is under attack. They have hijacked our main platform. This is a backup platform. So share it wide so that our viewers will know where we are and they will join us. Once again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. We will continue to speak the truth and nothing but truth. Today is not just another day. It's not just an ordinary day. Like today is Monday, a special day. This memory, don't allow it to die. We have come a long way. Don't allow it to die. It's a time of reflection, a moment of truth, a moment of awakening. Every Monday is awakening. Even if they forget, every Monday they remember them. Their enemy remember them. The criminals and the saboteurs remember them. They will never forget. There comes a time in life of people when silence is no longer an option, when division becomes too costly, and when unity becomes the only path forward. We must unite. And when I talk about unity, remember, I will always put a clause: unity of purpose. Unity does not mean we'll be in the same group. Unity does not mean we'll have the same opinion, but the purpose must be one: self-determination, the freedom of Biafran people. That is always the purpose. For decades, a people have carried a deep desire, the desire to define their identity. For decades, we have carried the desire to define our identity, to preserve our culture, and to determine our future. This desire is not unique. It is rooted in a universal principle recognized across the whole world, the principle of self-determination. A principle that says every people, everywhere, have the right to decide their own destiny. This is a principle established across the whole world. That is all we are holding on to. And they call us chaotic. They call us troublemaker. They say we are violent, just to blackmail us. Self-determination is not a crime, has never been a crime, and will never be a crime. It is not rebellion. It is not hatred. It is lawful, moral, and human aspiration. It doesn't matter how they look at it. It is a belief that our people should have a voice. That is what self-determination is. A voice in how they are governed. A voice on how their resources are managed. A voice on how our future is shaped. That is all we are asking for. Is it too much to ask? But the Zoological Republic government tried to make us look evil. Around the world, history shows us this truth. Nations have emerged because people chose to stand together, to speak with one voice, and to pursue their identity peacefully and persistently. That is exactly what we are doing as Biafrans, and we will never stop. It doesn't matter the picture, the Janjaweed that painted. It doesn't matter the picture, the evil one painted. We will never, ever, ever stop. But here is the reality we must confront. The reality we must confront. No struggle gains global recognition without visibility. No struggle gains global recognition without visibility. No cause gains support without awareness. And no movement succeeds without engagement. So, visibility is very important for our recognition. We have to be visible. Not on the negative, on the positive side. Beware and be careful of what you say. Even against your brother and your sister. Be careful the way you use your words. We must continue to create this awareness. More especially, the awareness of the sit at home, the whole world. Each time they focus their satellite on Biafra land on Monday, they see it a deserted place. It speaks volume. It is not a joke. It speaks volume. So no matter what you see, no matter what you hear, don't allow anybody to distract you. The distraction is going to come, just like the one that's coming to today. Nigerian government have pumped money. They have pumped huge amount of money. They have pumped in huge amount of money, and I bet you many people have compromised. We know that. But at the same time, we will never allow them to succeed. Never, ever. the international community plays a critical role in observing, in mediating, and in ensuring that human rights are respected. That is why we need an international lawyer for masses, Simon Eber. International attention is needed. We can't do everything local. We can't do everything on our own. Global attention brings accountability. It brings dialogue. It brings the possibility of peaceful solutions. That is why we are shouting and speaking loud. And I bet you the designation of Nigeria as a country of protected concern is an opportunity for us. Sometimes when I remember the absence of Master Simon Ekpa, Master Nnamdi Kanu, I shed tears. I wish we had this opportunity when they were around. It would have been a different ballgame. And that is why awareness matters. That is why voices matters. That is why speaking up matters. Add your voice wherever you are, no matter how small your platform is, even if you only you. Share the program, share it, like it, and share to people that are close to you. Don't just keep it to yourself. When you join us on this program, don't just be here and listen. Share it in your own platform. It will go a long way to save life. It will go a long way to give us visibility. But let us speak honestly today. Let us speak honestly to ourselves today. No external challenge is as dangerous as internal division. No external challenge is as dangerous as internal division. No opposition is stronger than a divided people. When there is mistrust, when there is rivalry, when there is confusion, division becomes blood. The message becomes weak, and the purpose becomes lost. This is my fear in this struggle, and this is what is happening to us today. This is what is happening today to us. When there is mistrust, when there is rivalry, as we have today, when there is confusion, today there is a lot of mistrust, rivalry, and confusion. Division today is getting blurred. Division is getting blurry. The message is becoming weak, except we change our modus operandi. And the purpose, so many of us are losing the purpose for which we gather. So many of us are losing the purpose for which we join this struggle. That is why I speak about unity of purpose. We must not be in the same group, and we must not have the same ideology or the same opinion, but the purpose must be one. History has shown us again and again, a divided people cannot achieve a united goal. Take it to the bank. It is the truth. So today I ask you, what is more important? A question for every one of us in this platform that is watching. Everyone that is watching this program and those that are going to watch later, what is more important? Differences or destiny? Write on the comment section. What is more important to us? Differences or destiny? Which one is more important? Ego or existence? Which one is more important? Is a question that is seeking for an answer. If you have the answer, put it on the comment section. I want to see your answer. Personal opinion or collective progress? Which one is more important? Which one is more important? Because unity does not mean uniformity. I say it again. Unity does not mean uniformity. It does not mean we all think the same. Whenever we talk about unity, it doesn't mean that we will be thinking the same, our thoughts will be the same. No. It means we understand one thing and one thing alone. That our shared goal is greater than our individual differences. We must always have that in our mind. That our shared goal, which is freedom, self-determination, is greater than our individual differences. Unity means respect. Unity means discipline. And unity means purpose. This is what I've been calling for all the time, and I will continue to call on it. I go ahead to expatiate it so that we can understand the battle ahead of us. Nigerian government is fighting badly. And it is very bad that today they have recruited our own brothers and sisters. It is our people that are in the front line fighting the battle that Nigerian government needs to fight. The people that are in the front line fighting today are our own people, Igbo people. People, not just Igbo people in the struggle. They are the one in the front line fighting today. Look at the chaos, the one that called herself Lolo Neka is creating. This was somebody that came in the name of Igbo people, these Igbo people that IPOB said, IPOB. Today, she is crowning herself as somebody who takes decision on what happened in Biafra struggle. Turning the Biafran people against Nnamdi Kanu, telling Biafran to disobey the orders given by Nnamdi Kanu and follow her criminals, a bunch of criminals, proven criminals, people that created the chaos that was the people that caused the insecurity that she was talking about before. And there are evidence to show that these people she's promoting are the ones that were involved in taking innocent life in Biafra land, including taking the life of a traditional ruler. The confession is online, on video. But yet, this woman will come on Nigerian television and promote a man who sponsored the killing of a traditional ruler and ask Biafran to listen to that man. And nobody's arresting her. Nobody's inviting her. She have a full hour. She have full hours to speak on a national TV in Nigeria. Once, twice, every week. And some of you are still asking questions. You are still listening to her. You are still having doubt. You know, I have learned to be patient like Mazin Nandekana, Mazin Samaneba. I don't just attack people because people are attacking. For a long time, people have been calling her out. Well, those days, I was playing her video when she was talking about the Biafra issue. Talking about, not even Biafra, she was talking about the security in Biafra land and the cause of insecurity and all that. She was talking about it. And with that, she won the heart of so many Biafrans. Only to come and now start her original projects that she has, sponsored by the federal government of Nigeria and Southeast politicians. And you want us to keep silent and continue to watch? Never. Every movement, every cause, lives. Every movement, every cause lives or dies with the people. Every movement, every cause lives or dies with the people. It is you and I that will make the restoration of Biafra survive. It is you and I that will make the indigenous people of Biafra to be alive. If it is going to die, it is we that is going to kill it. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and Mazin Samuel have done a great job. Today, it is our turn. It's in our hand to do what we have to do. Not leaders alone, not voices alone, but the collective will of the people. You and I, our collective will decide whether we live or we die. It is in your conversations. It is in your actions. It is in your mindset that will determine whether we live or die. Now ask yourself, am I contributing to unity or am I feeding division? Ask yourself this question. Am I contributing to unity of Biafrans or am I feeding division of the Biafran people? A very strong question you need to ask yourself. Answer it genuinely and sincerely from your heart. Am I building or am I breaking? Because the future is not decided in one day. It is shaped daily by what we say and what we do. Every single thing we say and what we do. Everything I say here, both the ones you write on the comment section, determines where we are headed. What you write on the comment section, what you say, what you do, what I say, what I do, gradually, it doesn't happen in one day. All the information we are pushing out determines our fate in the future. It determines whether we live or we die. Ask yourself, how is your own communication shaping the struggle? Are you building or you are breaking? Are you contributing to unity or feeding division? You must ask those questions and answer it genuinely within yourself. Despite challenges, there is hope. There is no doubt. That one is 100%, and I am sure, despite all the challenges we are seeing, there is hope. There is light at the end of the tunnel. And it is not far. It is not far. I can see the light. I can see the light. There is hope. A very great one at that. We must do our own part. Make sure that our Prime Minister, Mazi Samuel Panjoko, is adequately represented in the court on the 5th of August. And wherever you are in Europe, more especially, make sure you get your ticket on time. Be in that court that day. Don't allow somebody to tell you the story. You need to be in that court. Mazi Samuel have personally requested that Biafrans should show. We need to be there. And many other activists. Mazanga said he's going there. He's not a Biafran. He's just a concerned human being like you and I. So what about you that claim that Mazi Samuel is your leader? You are doing nothing. There is no plan. You have no plan. You say you're working on the ground, my food. Those who have been working on the ground for Nnamdi Kanu, today they are the one attacking him openly. The people that claim that they've been on the ground working for the little Nnamdi Kanu, today they are the one calling him for his head. They are the one today openly calling for his head. So we don't want anything on the ground. Go and ask your group, what are they doing to see that Mazi Simon Ekpanjoko is adequately released, adequately represented in the court on the 5th? Go and ask them. Don't be a sheepish follower. Be bold to ask it. Whatever answer you have been given, it will open your brain to let you know what you will do. I say again, there is already people that have been able to secure a lawyer, and I appreciate them, and I say, may Chukwu guide and protect them. If you don't know where to go there and make your contribution. Go there, make your contribution, give your support through them. It is going to go a long way. It is going to go a long way. Despite challenges, there is hope. Hope is awareness. Hope is dialogue. Hope is unity. Because history also teaches us this. When people come together with purpose, when they maintain focus, when they remain focused, when they remain disciplined, change becomes very, very possible. That is why we must not lose focus. That is why we must remain disciplined. That is why we must focus on the unity of purpose, so that change will be possible and nothing will stop it. It doesn't come overnight, but it is inevitable. It doesn't come overnight, but it is inevitable. That is why you must wake up and begin to do what you have to do, no matter the challenges. Nigerian government is using different strategies, using different kind of people to push the agenda. I saw the one they call, what did they call him? The one they call Obi Kubana. I think that was in BBC where he was speaking, pushing those his lies and those his propaganda and lies as usual. I saw him. I don't know whether if I still have that video where he was in BBC. As you know, BBC Igbo is a propaganda channel. We know that. Who doesn't know that BBC Igbo is a propaganda channel where they push lies? I saw Obi Kubana there speaking. And all of a sudden, he was talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because he wants to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu name to win people for their criminal City Boy and APC. These are a bunch of idiots that has nothing to offer. They don't care about anybody except themselves. Very selfish idiots. Very, very selfish idiots. Very selfish idiot. I saw him. I'm going to try to pull out that video. Let us hear the nonsense he was vomiting in that very program. Let us see the nonsense he was vomiting, so that you will know how far Nigeria can go to any length to deceive you. They can go to any length. They will go to any length to deceive you. But do not be deceived. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. No matter who the person is. No matter who the person is, whether your brother, your father, your friend, no matter how close you are to the person, don't allow anybody to deceive you. Do not allow it. Because you will not be alive to tell the story. If you allow them to deceive you, you will not be alive to tell the story. You might not be alive to tell the story. Some can do it and go free, but some will do it and they will not go free.
Nnamdi Kanu.
I want us to listen. Let us listen to this buffoon and hear what he's saying. You know, we said it, we knew that they will use Nnamdi Kanu for campaign. Every one of us know that. And we are waiting for them. We are waiting for them. Which lie are you going to tell that is greater than the lie that the governors have told? Even governors build billboard, they build billboard. The Freeman said Nnamdi Kanu, this and Jamboree. After they were elected, they say if you Freeman said Nnamdi Kanu, insecurity will not stop. Let us hear what this buffoon want to say. Let's listen to him.
Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ekwuo na maka ya si na ọ ga-amasị ọ maka ọdịmma Nigeria, ọdịmma ana Igbo na-akpala aka kesịkwa nke ndị ọzọ aka na nke ya ma dị iche, mana ọ bụrụ ife na-eme tigbuo zọgbuo ọ ife ya bụ eji onwe ya na-akpa nkata atụgide alụ ofu mbọsị ọ ya enwe isi na ama na nke a n'oge adịghị anya na ọ ya enwe isi.
Did you hear the idiot? They have started using Nnamdi Kanu for their campaign. This idiot have started using Nnamdi Kanu for campaign. And we know that they will come here, they will get here. Very bunch of idiots. You think you can confuse anybody? We know what we want. And we know those who are for us and those who are against us. There is no political stunt you pull today that can fly. Never. If you like, wear the clothes of Nnamdi Kanu. If you like, use Nnamdi Kanu so clothes and wear. You can never ever distract anybody. Not anymore. Idiot.
The South local government area, Anambra State, obodo ya bụ Nigeria. Agụrụ m primary n'Ọba, gụọ secondary m n'Ọnịcha, DMGS, gụọ mahadum m na Nsụka, University of Nigeria. Fee na nna m na National Assembly, anwa bụ ndị izizi ka ọchịchị batara n'aka ndị civilians 1999. Obi Kubana bụ afa ụlọ ọrụ m, ihe ji mara m n'ebe m si achụ ife akụ aka ife nwenwe eji mara m. Kubana bụ ndị na-eneta ndị mmadụ anya na ihe erimeri, ife aṅụmaṅụ, ihe gbasalụ ime ebe a na-alalụ ụlọ ya na-akpọ hospitality and entertainment before COVID ebido. Ewete baka dị ihe dị anya ife dịka ụlọ a na-alụ alụ a na-akpọ real estate, ife dịka production, alụmalụ ife na-eri ife dịka beverages, nwere ife na-ara eme ọ ka eji were wazie from Obinna afa m ya eweta afa ụlọ ọrụ m, ewere afa agụrụ m pekọzie ya ọnụ ọ bụrụ Obi Kubana. Onye hepụtara afa nwa Kuba chief priest bụ nwa m nwoke, bụrụ nwanne m nwoke, bụrụ onye m na-emekọrọ biznes, ezigbote nwa afọ Igbo, onye Imo steeti. Nwanne ya alụkọrọ ya bụ ejigidere ụlọ ebe anyị na-akụ ife akụ ife nwenwe nke a na-akpọ opium, Kubana opium nke dị n'Owerri for more than 6 maka ndị be anyị si eme nke a na-akpọ Igbo apprentice. Ọ bụrụ ịgbalụ bọyị ka ọ bụ n'onwe mgbe abụ oluo eme ya aka pịa aka n'azụ sị nwa m ime n'ọfụma nwa gaba maka na ọ mụtara ihe niile anyị na-eme ya mma. So ya nwa bụ Kubana chief priest ma bụ Obi Kubana ịgba bọ ya bụ ife Igbo ji kachasị ụwa niile. Ọ ya mere na ịbịa n'ala Igbo ị ga-afụ mmepe ka na-akpọ even distribution of development. Kedu ihe ọ bụ? Onye agha na nwanne ya. Kedu ihe ọ bụ? Efu ya kọrọ ibi ya. Ihe ọ bụ kịta na etu a anyị na-eme ka ịkpọrọ onye a gụrụ ya bebe olu mgbe ọ ya eme ọ bụla arị isi nnukwu bụla arị ise bụla arị ise bụla arị iri dipendị na nkwekọrịta unu nwere ibie ya aka n'isi ikpere ya ekpere sa na ọ ga-adịrị ya mma ọpụkwa ọkpọrọkwa ndị ọzọ n'ala Igbo kwa o mepekwa nke ya ọ ga-agbakwa bife mmalị ya akpasara akụruo ụlọ amụrụ ya kpara ya ọtụtụ n'ime anyị anwagokwa na-ewelata ofe ụkwụ nwayọọ nwayọọ ine anyị fụ na anyị nwabụ ndị na-etinye aka nwayọọ nwayọọ ọ na-agala anyị ụlọ ọrụ anyị bụ Kubana anyị nwere ngalaba si n'Owerri anyị nwere ngalaba na Enugu anyị nwere ngalaba na Aba kịta n'imekwa ya n'aka ndị krọs mmiri River Niger nwekwa nke nnukwu anyị na-alụ ebe anwa maka ị ga-anọ were nne na ife ị na-eme ọya aga ka ọ na ọya aga ụzọ dị mma agaghị ugboro abụọ so nke a gazie kịta anyị abata Anambra ndị bụ ndị Igbo siri ike na-eme ọfụma na-atụ ya bụrụ alụ na anyị ga-elu ụlọ maka na eluo ụlọ ide ndị be anyị ọrụ elu ụlọ ndị be anyị afọ ife na obodo emepe nweghị dị ka ya ife ọtụtụ a na-atụ nke a na-akpọ tax na-akwụkwa obodo steeti nke gị ọ ife zụpụtara ka iji akwụ tax ka gọọmenti wee na-edozi obodo nke gị ọ ife anyị na-eme ndụ a.
Nonsense. The most important thing in that first aspect ebe o ji Maazị Nnamdi Kanu eme campaign
maka ihe gbasara Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ekwuo na maka ya si na ọ ga-amasị ọ maka ọdịmma Naijiria ọdịmma ana Igbo na-akpala aka kesịkpa nke ndị ọzọ aka na nke ya ma dị iche
ife ọ na-ekwe nwere meaning ife o kwuru ihe enweghị meaning maka ọdịmma Naijiria maka ọdịmma ndị Igbo ka akpara aka ekwe akpa. What kind of Igbo language is that? What does that mean? It's meaningless. If you could hear more meaning, what any single meaning? I don't understand. If you understand him, please write on the comment section and explain. If you could hear more single meaning, it doesn't make sense to me. The only thing they use is that every one of them will want to use Maazị Nnamdi Kanu to draw attention to themselves, because it has been proven that there is nothing you can do today in Igbo land without Maazị Nnamdi Kanu in the picture. Once Maazị, that is why they want him dead. That is why they want him out of picture, because they know that the whole people have his support. Now, the only man that has the people in their mind, and the people are behind him. That is why they want him dead. This idiot is talking. I don't know what he's saying. I can't even understand what he said. The only thing they do is to use Maazị Nnamdi Kanu for their propaganda. Use Maazị Nnamdi Kanu to buy favor. Use Maazị Nnamdi Kanu to draw people to themselves. But I bet you we can no longer be deceived. We can't be deceived. They have succeeded in creating their OPOB Nigeria. We are not worried. We are not surprised. I don't know why some people are surprised. The IPOB Nigeria has been created long time before now. It was Maazị Simon Ekpa that exposed the IPOB Nigeria. Maazị Simon Ekpa Njoko exposed the IPOB Nigeria. So it is not a new thing. Only that that time they could not be able, their voice was not heard because Maazị Simon Ekpa took over the media. Nigeria was crying, the military was crying, the Senate were crying, everybody, even the Senate president announced it and said Maazị Simon Ekpa is in charge of Biafra land. So that is why when we are talking about being in charge, when some people come and say they are in charge of Biafra, I just laugh. When people come now and they begin to say they are in charge of Biafra land, I begin to laugh. Because it doesn't make sense. Look at the reality on the ground. You know who is in charge in Biafra land. When we were in charge, the Senate president announced it and said, Maazị Simon Ekpa is in charge. He take the decision. We didn't say it. It was not Maazị Simon that came and said, oh, I'm the one in charge. No. Even then, the Liberation Army, we saw them making their march. They were marching in the street of Biafra. We saw the Liberation Army. They were marching in the market and people were hailing them and greeting them. We saw their march pass in the street. They marched in the street. The Liberation Army, they were marching. They were outside. That is when we were in charge. the Senate for good 2 weeks. They were holding. The Senate president confirmed that Mazi Simon Ekpa is in charge of Biafran territory. The military continued to cry and say, Mazi Simon Ekpa have taken over the media. So this is how to be in charge. You don't need to announce it. You don't need to come and make people happy or to make yourself relevant or make people clap for you because of what you're saying. No. That is why I tell Biafrans to focus on the reality of the day. Look at what is obtainable on the ground. If you are in Biafra land, look your right and left hand. Look at your environment there where you live in Biafra land. Look at your environment. Who is in charge? If you are in Biafra land today, look at your environment. Who is in charge? In your village, who is in charge? Who is administering things in your area? Who is policing your area today? Who is taking decisions? Who are you paying tax to? But some people come and tell you that these things are not there, that everything is okay, distracting your attention, making you to forget that you have a responsibility. We still have a heavy, even the responsibility have increased now. The responsibility have been now that they have succeeded in changing the DOS to IPOB Nigeria. And they are now forming a political party. They are transforming IPOB Nigeria to a political party. Because they saw that Nnamdi Kanu is not ready to give up. Nnamdi Kanu is not ready to work with any Nigerian nonsense. They blackmail the family. They blackmail the lawyers. Even when Mazi Simon Ekpa was in the front line, the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are even fighting Mazi Simon Ekpa, but he never challenged, he never denigrated them. Mazi Simon Ekpa never denigrated them. He was only warning them. When they talk and talk, he come and he debunked what they said and he warned them. And at a time, they learned their lesson. They begin to see the truth and they withdrew from attacking him. You saw the one they call prophet, or what they call him. The reason they call prophet, who was in the front line of attacking Mazi Simon Ekpa, going to river to do what? At a point in time, he repented. Mazi Simon Ekpa never, even when they were doing things that is harming Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa was warning them. He never attacked them. He never denigrated them. Even when the wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu attacked Mazi Simon Ekpa, Mazi Simon Ekpa told us, don't put your mouth. We should not attack her. Mazi Simon Ekpa said, we should not attack her. That it is only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that has the right to talk about that matter. When he comes, he will put her in her place. He never allowed us to attack her. Even the lawyers, when they bring an information that is contrary to the mission, Mazi Simon Ekpa will say no. He will disagree with them. Openly, he will disagree with them. When they bring the one that is straight, he will accept it. That is how he will. Mazi Simon Ekpa doesn't just come and blackmail people or just come and condemn people for no reason. Even the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the only time he had a problem with them is when they bring a contrary message that he know that message might be out of pressure, that message might be out of wrong information that they gave to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He will not obey it. And he will call them out until they get back to their senses. That is how he was operating. But today, look at the Department of Sabotua. They come online. They denigrate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They denigrate Mazi Simon Ekpa. They call him names, call him different kinds of things. There's nothing they didn't call Mazi Simon Ekpa. Today, they are calling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu different kind of name, abusing and insulting him. Finally, that thing that Mazi Simon Ekpa was preventing for many years, prevented it for 4 good years, from 2021 to 2024. Mazi Simon Ekpa stopped them. They couldn't be able to fulfill that transformation to IPOB Nigeria. Today, finally, they have cemented the contract. Today, their cheerleader, Lolo Neka, is in the front advertising them on the national TV. That is the one key I want people to know. On national TV, Lolo Neka is promoting a proscribed group. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The only people that can do that and go free is the North. Shegumi. Only Shegumi can promote a proscribed group, a terrorist, and go free. Shegumi only. There is no other person. Only Shegumi can do that and go free. And why Shegumi is doing it boldly is because government is backing him. So today, they have now provided law on NECA to promote another criminal group, IPOB Nigeria, on their national TV because they want to destroy the IPOB, the original IPOB. They granted law on NECA opportunity to preach on radio, on an international TV, 2 times, once, 2 times every week. The only people that have this privilege is Shegumi and Lolo Nega. And the only reason government is not arresting them is because they are working for the government. So when you come here, you abuse Shegumi, you say Shegumi. The same thing is what Lolo Nega is working for the government in the public. Because a proscribed group that had not been, even if she was sincere, she would have been calling the government to deproscribe IPOB. Remove that proscription first. All these politicians, if they were sincere, they will be first of all, because it is the politician that proscribed the IPOB. It is the Nigerian politicians, the governors, they were the one that proscribed IPOB. It is not Nigerian government. It was not Nigerian government. It was the Southeast governors that proscribed IPOB before the government now came in and cemented it. Some of you have forgotten. This is a challenge that is before us, and we must make sure we destroy all this their madness. A country where the terrorists are in charge. A country where nothing works. A country where the only thing you see right, left, and center is lies. Lie against our people. A country that terrorists is in charge. Terrorists are the ones that are in charge in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Terrorists are in charge. And you think you can do anything that will work. It will never work. Nigeria is gone and gone for good. And the earlier you understand that, the better. The earlier every one of us understand that truth, the better for everybody. Because the zoo is gone, and it's gone for good. There is nothing that will bring it back.
So see there. You see where that chula dey so. You see
this is how
they kidnap you. They actually are there. Now they offload there. And they say soldiers they there. See
this is Nigeria.
See
terrorists are operating on daylight.
See squad. People they back. See
that is Nigeria for you.
See that chula.
That is the zoo.
They don't the blessed motor they come now. This motor they come. See there. Kidnapping.
This is not a country.
Kidnapping.
This is not a country at all.
No.
How many people they want key?
For Nigeria,
go see there, they cross. Go see there, they cross. Go see there. They cross.
You see? Broad daylight.
Cross. Go see.
In an express road, people are watching. And the police checkpoint is everywhere. Police checkpoint is everywhere. And until they finish this operation, you will never see any police anywhere. Until they complete this mission. You can't see anybody come out anywhere to confront or to do anything. And some of you will still believe that you have a country. You still believe you have a country. Sorry to disappoint you. So many of us, we have seen a whole lot in this. That is why we say we are no longer part of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. We are no longer part of the Zoological Republic. There is no other solution, no other alternative, nothing. The least we can accept is exit. That is the least. The least we can accept is exit from the zoo. Anything that has that title, that name, Nigeria, is not worth accepting for the next minute. No. Anything that have that title, Nigeria, is not worth accepting. It's not worth accepting. That is why we say what we say, and we do what we do, and we will continue to expose the evil of the Zoological Republic. Now, before we go on the second aspect, let us have a very quick break, and we come back for the media briefing from their media before we round up.
Follow for God now. Them say Tinubu don't follow for God now. Tinubu don't follow for God now. They want to take it tax to chop off our head. Senate House fall and the criminals, country military fall and the terrorists, injustice, Omotosha forget law for inside court. Changaro Republic at the government. Abubakar Malami don't fall for God now. Him and EFCC put leg for shit. Them say Sheikh Kukumi don't fall for God now. Because Donald Trump don't come to Machamo. Hingo matching Boko boys, matching terrorists. As the government knows a big way for kidnapping to stop. I make it don't fall for God now. Them making Nigerians see one die for suffer.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I appreciate everyone who has been with us up to this time. I thank you so much for being part of this program. Please, if you have not yet shared this program, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okikabiyama, kindly like the program and share it. It will go a long way to help on this very evangelism. Like and share the program. It is very important. You are not doing it for me. This is to create visibility for the cause of Biafra. You are not doing it for me. Some of you, just because you feel that maybe when you share it, you are going to enrich me. Just because maybe you think that when you share it, I will become popular, then you will not share it. It is not about me. It is not about me. It is Biafra, not me. It is for our collective interest. It is because of our collective interest. That is why I come here. That is why I come here every day. If it was because of myself, I wouldn't be coming here every day to come and speak. I will not be taking my time, even when you don't see people paying attention or doing their own part. But this is something that has to do with our future, our generation unborn. So let us go to the media briefing and more information we can see in their media. This one says, troops rescue remaining 13 kidnapped Benue bus passengers, including UTME candidates. Rescue. Only when they planned, that is the only time they can rescue. Maybe to draw attention and see if they are doing something. And maybe tomorrow, I hope that the terrorists will not come out and give their own announcement and say they are not rescued. Because we have seen on several occasions where they come and give an announcement that kidnapped victims have been released. And later on, the bandits will come and say, no, they were not released, and they will show the original picture. So I hope it's not that same thing. Nigeria Anti-Drug Agency seizes cocaine hidden in food flat bound for UK. That is what Nigerian produces. Amnesty International condemned NBC directive to Nigerian broadcasters, calls it attempt to gag media. Now today they begin to gag them. It is not today now. NBC is always manipulating them. That is why they don't have correspondence on the ground. They only sit in their studio and they write information for them. That is why. So this Amnesty International is always making these concerns, and which is something that we already know, but nothing is being done. Nothing. They gag them. The media is in their hand. No media in Nigeria is on their own, and they can never present any matter on their own, except the government permits them to do so. So, Spain to urge EU to suspend association agreement with Israel because Israel dumped you. Nonsense. Lagos road crash kills hawker in Okukomaiko. 7 others injured in separate Ogudu accident. That's Nigeria. Hawkers. If Nigeria were to be good, you won't see people hawking, and these people now that we are killed might be children, innocent children on their own. Trump threatens to destroy Iran's power plants, bridges, after alleged ceasefire violation. Iran is proving stubborn, and I just pray that they just Trump just go ahead and sort this problem out once and for all. No need of this delay tactics and all this buying time. Go ahead, sort the problem once and for all. Group demand INEC Chairman Amaputan resignation over alleged APC link, call for forensic scrutiny. Nonsense. Nonsense. You will continue to call for his resignation until next year he will conduct the election and nothing will happen. That's the same thing, Mahmoud. Do you know how many times they did protests against Mahmoud, the former INEC chairman, that criminal? How many protests was made to remove him? Did he remove him? Did he remove him? He served, even served Esther. Nonsense. Football supporters group plan Abuja protest over an NFL corrupt leadership. Nigerian police quietly deploys disgraced ex-IGP monitoring unit head Fekorede to FCID Alagbon. Now the one we want to catch now, all of them are disgraced. Iranian businesswoman arrested at Los Angeles airport for allegedly helping regime sell drones, bombs. See, huh? So, you will hear them. Article blasts Tinubu administration over organized hardship dressed as economic reform. All of them are the same. Even if you did here, that is something you will do. Former Kano Governor Shekarua dumps PDP for APC. That one is not news. Nigerian army recovers body of missing plateau hunter dumped in pit. Nigeria for you. That is it. Where the life of people doesn't mean anything. Nigerian Finance Ministry fourth report on hidden spending site misinterpretation of World Bank data. We know you people would lie. Who believes? Nobody will believe anything that comes from the zoo. That is why we are wondering how come Finland believed false information from Nigeria and they jailed an innocent man? How did Finland scrutinize the information they have from Nigeria? How? Only God will judge them. Military faces backlash over planned court-martial of alleged coup officers amid secrecy. Coup plot. The only thing reason they are still talking about this coup plot is because they are Northerners. They are from the north, called Northerners. That is why they are talking. If they were to be Igbos, if we are to be from the Igbos, mainly from Biafra land, they would have been dead long ago. They would have executed them long ago. Reframing the debate on the Inspector General 4 years time. Nonsense. ADC lambasts Tinubu governor over plan to. These are a bunch of idiots. I don't have it to do with your news. Gunmen kill 8 children, injures 2 in U.S. domestic violence attack. Suspect killed by police. That is the U.S. problem all the time. Domestic violence and all those violent attacks from individuals. Breaking. Terrorists overrun Kwara community, kill 4 soldiers, abduct several residents in early morning raid. Kwara again. Chineke merende ebere. Why Nnamdi Kanu warn them that this lion you are feeding is going to come back to swallow you? This python you are feeding will swallow you. Today it's happening. It's happening. The president is from Southwest too, and these people are presently taking a state every day. I like a Kwara. The same Kwara. Tomorrow you see here another one. And they will tell you Nigeria will be better. God forbid. Only idiots will believe those nonsense. Thai police bought cocaine ring in Bangkok. Arrest alleged Nigerian kingpin. We drank dirty water, ate gari with salt, rescued Benue kidnapped victims, narrate 4 days torture in captivity. Imagine. And when they say the rescue, you will not see any place they show us the terrorist that was captured or killed. No, they pay ransom. When you hear rescue, they pay ransom. Nigerian government go and pay money and bring them back. You can never hear say they went there, they destroyed the camp or they killed the terrorist. No. That is why when they arrest, they come back again. Look at Kwara. They come back. Kwara that they just kidnapped 100 and something that's still in captivity. They came back and kidnapped another one. In a country. in a country. Kwara that they came back to Kwara to kidnap again. It is sad. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them brazenly covering themselves with video, and they post their video. They have their own channel. They have everything. And yet, you say you have a country. See and watch. Boko Haram issues 72 hours ultimatum, threatened to evacuate 416 captives in Borno, mostly women and children. Did you hear them? They brazenly come. The same people they are recruiting, they will tell you they are re-radicalizing them. They are reintroducing them to society. They will bring them out. They pay them. They send them to Saudi. They release them. They add them into military. And yet, look at them. Their operation is still going on daily basis. Look at it. Boko Haram. Look at them. 72 hours ultimatum. Threatened to execute 416 captives. They threaten that they are going to take the life of 416 captives in Borno, mostly women and children. You can imagine. You can imagine. 416, that they will execute them. And you will see it will happen, and the government will do nothing. These are the people they are free, The people they say they are free, they are radicalizing. Look at them. Oh, God have mercy. U.S. Navy attack seized Iranian ship near Strait of Hormuz. Tehran issues a stark warning. NAFDAC warns Nigeria of counterfeit toothpaste circulating in Kaduna. Freed NYC member in distress after suspected bandits claim we are monitoring your movement. You can imagine. You can imagine. After they kidnapped this guy, beat him mercilessly. They paid ransom, they released him, and now they still have the call to still call the guy lying. They still have their phone to contact the guy lying and still continue to telling the guy they are monitoring him. This is a country where you live. This is a country you want people to stay there and pretend all is well. This is a country that some people are promoting. They say you want Nigeria, we must be one. God forbid. Back to sender. A kidnapped victim, after paying ransom, came out. The same people that kidnapped him got his number, and they reached out to him again and say, we are monitoring you. And the guy is terrified. You can imagine. And you want people to be in Nigeria. God forbid. Nonsense. Israeli military probes soldier who smashed Jesus statue in southern Lebanon. Boko Haram issues 72 hours ultimatum, threatened to execute 416 captives in Borno, mostly women and children. You can imagine. And there is no outrage. You go there here, they go carry them out. Nothing will happen. Nothing. Nothing will happen. Oh. Masqueraders. Youth attack RCC church in Delta. Injure 6 worshippers, including pastor. Kogi received 1.26 billion ecological funds, spend less than half on food control despite recurring disaster. Mad people everywhere. Which one be this one? They say, watch retired Nigerian police officers block Asorok Villa gates, demand Tinubu sign pension exit. Pension exit. You see, those of you who won't go join police army, look at the ones who don't serve before. Look at them. Their pension, they don't repay them all. They don't pay them their pension. Look at, you see how they be people who serve their country, where they say they're supposed to remove, they're supposed to have a special preference for them. Look at them. And protest. Even these protests now, they go tear gas them, join them. They go beat them, tear gas them, join them. They tear gas them, join them. Mad people everywhere. It is so sad. It is so sad. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, you must know that we have no other alternative except exit from the Zoological Republic. Exit is only exit. There is no other alternative. Nothing. Anything anybody is telling you is a lie, a big lie. There is no other thing. The only thing before us is exit, and we must exit the Zoological Republic. We must. It's not maybe. It is not maybe. We must exit the zoological republic. We must exit. So today, let this message stay with you. Every one of you that is in this platform today are listening. Please like and share. Let this message stay with you. Let unity guide your words. Let purpose guide your actions. Let discipline guide your journey. This is a message to my fellow Biafrans. Those of us in this cause of Biafra, genuinely from our heart. Let unity guide your words. Let purpose guide your action. Let discipline guide your journey. Speak with clarity at all times. Act with responsibility and carry the message with dignity. Because the world is watching and history is watching you and I. The journey of the people is not defined by obstacles, but by how they respond to them. We must stand together. We must speak wisely. We must act responsibly. And never forget, the strength of a people lies in their unity. I appreciate every one of us that have been with me on this program from the beginning to the end. I thank you for being part of the program. If you have not yet shared this program, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please like and share. May Chukwu Okukabiyama guide and protect every one of us that is watching wherever you're watching from. And may Chukwu Okukabiyama guide and protect our leaders. More especially, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafrans shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa, shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I appreciate every one of you, and I hope to see you again later in the day. I'm going to come back again later in the day. But before we go, let us hear the final word of the message of our Prime Minister before we conclude.
Get yourself educated, you say no. Go to school, you say no. Simon Ekpa every day. Simon Ekpa every morning. All right. We are going to stop here because of time. We started very late today. And of course, I believe that this message has been delivered. We started late today and we have a lot of people watching, almost 15,000 something still watching now, 4,000 something on YouTube at the moment. So we are going to stop here and we'll continue tomorrow. I want this broadcast to end in these 2 hours so that Soludo can watch part of it. Cut the video and send it to Soludo to watch and let him leave us alone. Let him leave IPOB alone. Let him leave Biafrans alone. Let him leave Simon Ekpa alone. Let him leave auto-piloted IPOB alone. And we are focusing on our agitation and nothing can stop us. On this note, I thank you very much. We are going to recognize those who
has to be an independent state, but it has to be economically viable, and you can't really have that with Nigeria as it is. How do we get there?
We cannot be economically viable if we are not politically viable.
Right.
And political viability means complete and absolute independence.
It has to have, yeah.
We must be independent. Yeah. And again, God creates countries and nations, and not man. There are many ways that nations can emerge. It is always an organic process. We understand that. We respect that. What most commentators don't appreciate about Africa, and which most Africans are a bit slightly uncomfortable with, is that somebody coming from Europe and without regard for your culture, your traditions, your way of life, saying, you are now in one country and your name is Nigerian.
Right.
There is something unnatural about it.
Yes.
I said to the British government, if you had come conquered my people, which is a natural human process.
Yeah.
That is entirely natural.
Right.
If you had conquered our people, made us English, I can live with that.
Yeah.
But to come and hand over a children of God over to something completely alien, this same culture that we have in the north, which is an Islamic culture, tried to take us over many years ago, and they failed. You now came and completed the cycle for them. There is something evil about it.
Yeah, something inorganic about it.
Inorganic.
Yeah.
Very, very inorganic. And you cannot. We don't talk about economic development, because before you talk about economy, you talk about things like policies, both macro and micro, the rest of it. You are dealing with people who cannot differentiate between macro and micro.
No, absolutely
That's
right.
the problem.
Yeah. Education is key for the world outside Biafra, and that's where this starts. The political has to start in the education.
That's correct.
When you speak to people in the UK, people in the US, is there an openness to independence for Biafra?
No, there isn't. It's what you get is very condescending, wishy-washy. These are black Africans. Really, what do they know? Sort of attitude. We know best than they do, and we try as much as possible to enlighten and educate the American and, by extension, the European audience to the fact that before you had freedom and liberty in any part of the world, in Biafra land we had freedom and liberty. Before you had political asylum in any other part of the world, where I come from, there was political asylum being granted to people. That is the meaning of Biafra anyway. Come and join if you believe in our value system. We had a series of both political, legal, and legislative structures that endured for thousands of years. These were unceremoniously swept away in the name of, I don't know, civilization or advancement.
Right.
Therefore, the British must be questioned, or the mentality or the psyche of Europeans and, by extension, Americans must be put to the test to explain, to rationalize why the emergence of states in Africa cannot be allowed to adopt the same organic route by which every other civilized nation emerged. Why is that impossible? That's what I ask Americans and Europeans.
And their answers are not good. There are no answers. Yeah.
They don't have any answers to it. All they say is that, why don't you just get on with it? I want the same things that you have in America. I want liberty. I want freedom. I want all the rest of it. That is what makes you a human being, or as an animal. And being forced to live in cages in Africa, or being forced to live more or less like animals, is not a situation we are prepared to tolerate for very long.
No. Yeah.
Death is better.
Have there been armed clashes between Biafrans and Boko Haram? Has there been a defense of Biafrans?
No, not at all, because we are not allowed to defend ourselves. They can kill us. They can get arms flowing in from Lebanon, from Iran, from Saudi Arabia. There are jihadists coming from all over the place, coming in there. There was a plane load of arms that came in, was detained at the airport from Egypt. The Arab world, that is what drives me insane. The Arab world and the Islamic world are busy supporting Boko Haram in their stated aim of spreading Islam to Christians in Nigeria. The Christian world are not reciprocating. They're not coming to our rescue. I don't know how you can defend yourself against somebody who is armed with RPGs, armed with AK-47s. I don't know if you do that through prayer and fasting. I do not know.
Right.
But that is the sort of condition we're faced with. In other words, as we speak right now, the process of Islamization is gathering momentum, and no one is doing anything.
Right. It's medieval. It's you will convert or you will die.
They crucified some people. Was it 2 days ago? I think we've got the pictures on Facebook.
They actually
crucified some people.
They actually crucified.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. There's something ISIS is doing that they're doing that you either convert or we kill you. And I don't know why the world expects us to deal with that. It's either there is something going on. It's either everyone else is a Muslim. That's why I say sometimes that everyone in the West is a Muslim. That's what I say, because you couldn't possibly keep quiet when such a thing is going on.
No.
It's terrible.
No.
Terrible.
You're opening my eyes in ways I knew this was going to be eye-opening. I did not realize what is happening. Who is Boko Haram organically? Are they a government creation? Are they...
Boko Haram is, you need to understand the geopolitics of Nigeria to then start comprehending the concept or the ideology that drives the insanity that is Boko Haram. In the north, you have the areas you call the Mohammedan Emirates of the North. Mm-hmm. These are people who are predominantly, by ancient culture and tradition, Islamic. They are Hausa, Fulani people. In the west, coming down near Lagos, you have the Yoruba people, and in the east you have the Biafran people. Now, the Hausa Fulani people, we are told by the British that they have the right to rule in perpetuity Nigeria. The British in 1953 and 57 were involved in a massive fraud to rig the census results. In other words, they skewed the numbers to always favor the Hausa Fulani people that they may remain in power. And the reason for that is that the British is scared that Biafran people, especially the Igbos, are somehow human, that we can think properly.
Yeah.
And we have the oil. The oil wells the reserves, everything is where we come from.
In Biafra.
And the British couldn't retain or sustain their colonial presence in Africa because the USA asked them to leave. So what they now did is to take the control of the oil, hand it over to a group of people they think they can manipulate very easily. That's all. That's what has happened. And now they now believe that they have the right to rule. Unfortunately for them, President Goodluck Jonathan, the incumbent, emerged out of circumstances that could be described as somehow mysterious. He came up as the president, and now they don't like it. 3 people funded Boko Haram: the ex-president, head of state Buhari, another ex-head of state, Hausa Fulani Islamic person called Babangida, another vice president, Atiku Abubakar. They consciously went out to fund Boko Haram because Buhari said after Jonathan won the 2011 elections that I will make the country ungovernable. He said it openly. Oh. And they went ahead to do it by killing poor, defenseless Biafran Christians, because they know that Christians around the world will not come to our rescue.
Yeah.
They also know that no other people will come to our rescue because they don't want us to emerge as a people. That's a problem.
Yeah. So the British don't want you to emerge as a people.
No.
Aha.
That's a problem.
It's a huge problem.
Massive. But this time around, whether they like it or not, I'm sure the British didn't want the USA to emerge either.
No.
Whether they like it or not, we shall emerge.
Yeah.
Or everything else there will die.
It'll have to. I mean, It's one or the other at this point.
One thing has to happen. Either we have Biafra or we all die. There's no going back this time around. There'll be no exile, no running away. There's our land. We've lived there for thousands of years. That's where we were born. That's where we will die.
Yeah. Are you all willing to?
Very oldest language on the face of this earth. Chiko kikabia mapuni ngani chineke ngende sona efewe na isiala nina ina koza hanso ya mbuni ngani na jama we ngani na ge farusi obona nege ole kali ngani nekele kama obona nekele obia mnendi nden so na kiri hala isiala ngani obadi ndo n'ụtụtụ a ehihie abalị n'ụwa niile wee na-arịọ gị mma anyị wee na-arịọ gị ezi ebube gị ngozi etinye ọgbara n'etiti ndị iro ka ha rapụ ndị anyị onye bụ nna Chineke na ndị nsọ ka aka nsị ndị na-ebu wee baa ndị obodo kwesịrị isi wee laa ya n'iyi anyị wee na-arịọ gị onye na-adịte ma ya ebili biko nke iwe mee ka Biafra wee dị ọsọ ọsọ na nkede na ụmụ ga-adaba n'ahụ anyị wee na-arịọ gị iwe na-adịzi nlekọta nwanne na nwanne ibi ịhụnanya nke pụrụ iche iwe tinye ụmụ ya ezi mmụọ nke eziokwu anyị aka ajọ ihe n'ime ndụ anyị gọga m dịpụtasị na Biafra isi ala bulie aha nsọ n'elu ise ise ise.
But you know what? They would like you to know that someone is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look what you do. After I return to Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you.